Tree Talking Time is brought to you by Conkeys Outdoors. Get all your hound hunting needs at conkeys.com. Welcome to Tree Talking Time, where we talk all things tree dogs, from the smallest fights to the largest hounds, treating squirrels to bears and everything in between. And from time to time, we might even run a little fast game. Welcome back to another episode of Tree Talking Time. This episode was recorded at Autumn Oaks. Just want to say I had a fantastic time getting to catch up with all my old friends, getting to meet new friends. It was great walking around and seeing so many people that I've met over the last several years and just getting to chat with all of them and catch up. The weather was absolutely gorgeous and we couldn't have asked for a better weekend. Like I talked about last week, we are going to bring on a few new sponsors. So while we don't have official commercials for them yet, I do want to thank Elite Nutrition for coming on as a sponsor. We will have Chip on here very soon as well. Can kind of talk about some of the products and how they can help you better. You know, he was explaining a lot of the products to me before. And one of the reasons I wanted to bring Elite Nutrition on is, while I personally have never used any of their products, I'm about to start because I've heard so many good things about the products and how they actually work from multiple people. And even at Autumn Oaks, while I was standing there was a guy talking about how the one product worked really well for him. And so, like I said, Chip will be on here probably in the next several months to talk about some of those products and talk about how they can help you. And so I just want to thank Elite Nutrition. Also want to thank Animal Housing Solutions. John Thomas is down there in Florida and makes an amazing kennel. I have my kennels on order and they should be here in a few weeks. I'm very excited. I'm getting a 4-bay kennel, they're all raised kennels. But they do custom work. They can do anything you need. And they deliver all over the country. They just built a new facility in Texas to kind of help lessen the strain on Western guys and those states out that way. So if you're looking for an amazing kennel, get in touch with Animal Housing Solutions. While I was out at Autumn Oaks, I got the chance to sit down with my good friends, Katie and Jason Woodward. They've been so welcoming to me at their home club, the Orange County Coon Hunters, every year at the Dixie Classic, and I've gotten to know them. And I just really enjoyed sitting down and hearing more about how they got their start in dogs and more about their dogs. So hope you enjoy this episode. Thanks.
Well, I did have this one good bear dog. Well, I've had several, and it's just hard to pick just one. And they're kind of like a family of dogs too, you know. And the gray boy dog I had, he was an exceptional dog. Threw some outstanding puppies. Probably I'd say his best puppy probably would have been that Rusty dog I had. And he was a one-dog bear pack.
Okay.
And but I had the gray boy dog. We was hunting some forestry land in December. I don't know, it's probably been 15 years ago now. And we had probably 6 to 8 inches of snow and frozen over on top. And we was walking up to the top of the mountain to free cast some dogs and seen this track. And of course he blew up on it. And the other dog I had on the lead beside him, he acted like he smelt it a little bit, wasn't really interested. Then another guy was hunting with me, and he had a pack of, 6 to 7 dogs, and they never smelt anything. So he said, I think we ought to just pick up and just keep on walking. He said, maybe we can find a better track. I said, no, this dog can smell this track, so I'm going to turn him loose on this. I turned him loose, and he left out of there just like he was running the track. No trailing, just like he was tied to it. He said, well, if it's that hot, I think I'm going to turn the rest of mine into it. So he turned all his loose. They just fooled around there and never knew nothing was around.
Yeah.
So mine went on out of here, and the gray boy dog, all the way down to the bottom of the mountain out of here. And we waited around a little bit, lost him on the box. Next thing I know, he started picking back up. Then a little bit later, we could start to hear him again. He come up the very next holler from us where we were standing and treed. And we got down there, and that guy's dogs went in, and they ended up treeing it. I think we treed that bear 7 times that day and never would stay
Wow.
up. Yeah, and we was about dark coming out.
Little bear?
No, he was a decent bear.
Decent bear, huh?
But it was just so far off the mountain the last time we'd have never got him back to the top. And
Yeah.
you can't take him out the bottom. So
No, I was just curious because a lot of times, like, little bears don't like to stay. That's why I was.
yeah.
Where a lot of times more mature bears, they'll just.
I didn't really want to take this one anyway. It was a sow bear and
Yeah.
right around the 250 range. So
Okay.
she was a good one to keep
Yeah,
around. So
For sure.
yeah. But it's a lot of stories like that I could tell. But
So, why don't you introduce yourself, Jason?
Jason Woodward, live in Madison, Virginia. Coon hunted with my dad ever since I was probably old enough to walk, and 47 years old now, going on 48 in January. So, and then I've had plot dogs, just straight plot dogs, since probably about 1997, I think it is. So
Okay. What'd you have before that?
we had some black and tans.
Gotcha.
Years ago, UKC I always got the coonhound bloodlines, and they used to do a Red Fern Award program. I don't know if you ever heard of that or not.
No.
My dad grew up with black and tan dogs and just cross dogs. He actually liked the high tan color.
Yeah.
And he had some real good ones of those. So
Well, too bad your dad should just had some leopard dogs.
yeah. so they had this Red Fern Award, and I think I was 13 years old at the time. And I told Daddy, I'm gonna put in for that thing. You had to write a short essay and send in, and they had certain breeders. You could pick the breed of puppy that you wanted, and they had certain breeders that would donate pups to that program.
Okay.
So I wrote in the essay to that, and they called me and said I had won it. So I got that. I got the pup with free shipping and a walk with Wick book, John Wick's first walk with Wick book.
That's pretty cool.
And then I got a sunburst belt light. So
Which version? Do you remember?
I think it was the Eagle 2.
My first light was an Eagle 2+2. There was newer lights on the market, but that's just what the guy that I hunted with had.
Yeah, it was a decent light.
So I had to go buy what I knew. And,
Yeah.
And so, I went and bought exactly what he had.
It was a lot better than what we used to using. We had some old 2-cell lights, and I think I used a 7-cell mag light, stuff like that.
Okay.
But the black and tan I won came from Delaware, and they shipped him in by airplane. Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
That's not that far to ship him in by a
Well,
plane.
he came in the Charlottesville airport, and we went there and picked
Okay.
him up. Yep. He was a direct son out of Dalby's Jimbo.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Why don't you introduce yourself?
I'm Katie Woodward. I grew up with red bones and coon hunted and showed those with my dad. And then when I met Jason, I started with the plot dogs.
And you were on, I don't remember what episode, a couple years ago when I came down to the Dixie Classic and we talked with you and a couple of the officers from the APA.
Yep, I was the vice president of the APA, and I'm currently a board of directors.
Okay.
Yep. And the APA is the American Plot Association.
Yes. And we're out here at Autumn Oaks, and so I just released the video from this past year's the Dixie Classic, that your guys' home club there. So how long have you guys been involved with that club?
Well, I think I became president like a couple years, maybe a year, right when we got married, I guess it was one.
Yeah, of Orange County Coon Hunters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I became president of that. Her dad was the president before I was, and then the club kind of sat vacant for how many years was it? Not
It was a long time, I feel like. Maybe
And-
like 6 years or something.
Okay.
And I hated to see that, and I got in touch with David Williams, which was the president of APA at the time,
Mhm.
and talked to him and asked him about putting on an APA event at our club to open it back up, and it was a big hit, and we've been going pretty strong ever since then. So.
Yeah.
Yep, that was our opening event. We went go big or go home.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now you guys have a lot of events, and you guys seem to draw
Yeah.
a lot of dogs.
Yeah.
And you have a good turnout usually.
Yeah, we actually have a RQE too in January of every year. For
Okay.
People to get their dogs qualified for the World Hunting Show. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
How many events do you guys put on?
Let's see, one in January, one in April, one in June, and then we have this year we got, was it two?
2 in September and 1 in
September.
October.
One in
so-
October. Yeah.
Yeah, we're almost at that 7 event limit.
Yeah.
And then we have a club dinner and stuff in December for Christmas.
Nice. So you said you've been running plot dogs now for a number of years.
Yep.
So where did you get your start in plot dogs?
I bought my first plot female from a guy by the name of Jesse Lamb. He lived in Barbersville, Virginia. Her name was Susie, and she was a swampland bred dog from Leroy Hogg out in Ferdinand, Indiana.
Okay.
And I hunted her on coon. She didn't really like coon too good. She run rabbits a lot at night, and I said, well, if she can run a rabbit, she'll be a really good track dog. So she made me a really good track dog. I put her on bear. She done really good on bear. Got cut up pretty bad, and ended up losing her. So then I made a trip out to Leroy Hogg's, the original breeder of that female, and got 2 puppies from him.
Okay.
So I named the male was Tiger and the female was Lily. Both of them made really good bear dogs.
Yeah.
Different but good. The male was completely different than the female. The male, he could take a real cold track. He never opened that much. He would just drift a track and open like maybe one every 100 or 200 yards, something like that.
Okay.
But he was a 1-dog bear pack.
Nice.
And he didn't ask for any help. He treated a pile of bear by himself.
Yeah.
The female, she was really good for starting puppies. She had a squall mouth and opened every breath she could draw on the track. She was real gritty, and she didn't last very long. So.
Gotcha.
But the male ended up keeping him. I think he died at 8, and we got some good young dogs off of him. And he is actually the granddaddy of the Rusty dog that I was telling you about. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So it runs, like you said, all in the same family?
Yeah. Yep.
So you said you grew up coon hunting with your dad. What made you transition to bear hunting?
I don't know. Everybody got to talking about it. It sounded like it was fun. So I said I'll try it, and I tried it right out of high school, and because you really can't do it much while you're in high school. But,
And I feel like more people in our area bear hunt than coon hunt.
Oh yeah, way more. Yeah.
Yeah, in our little part of the county.
Yeah.
Okay.
And once I got started, and I don't know, it's something you just can't ever get out of your system.
I know. If I didn't live where I lived, the people that listen to this podcast know that I'm a wannabe bear hunter.
Yeah.
I want to be. I just don't live in the right spot.
Yeah.
You guys don't live that far. If I could just get just down to where you guys were at least.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're fortunate enough to live in a pretty good spot. The last few years we had a little struggle with mange.
Yeah.
But
I was talking to a guy on the way out here, and he said their population, he lives down in Bedford, is nowhere what it has been in the past because of mange.
yeah, there's been some studies done that say that we lost 75% of our population. I don't know if it's that much or not, but I do see a great improvement this year so far. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm really happy about that.
Mm-hmm. Do you guys have a lot of national forest where you're at?
National Forest is about 45 minutes to an hour from me.
Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha.
So I do most of my hunting and kill season over that way.
Yeah.
Harvest season, and then do most of the training right around the house there.
Nice.
Yep.
So what was the progression of your pack? You know, you said you've had this family of dogs, and because you guys not only bear hunt, and you guys show competitively at a national level here.
And we do a good bit of coon hunting too, but
Okay.
we don't participate much in the like the night hunt part of it.
Yeah.
It's just pleasure hunting, and it's mainly just to get our young dogs going for the upcoming bear season.
Gotcha.
Getting them acclimated to the woods and riding in the vehicles and running tracks, treeing, whatever.
Yeah.
And they're a whole lot easier to start that way.
Okay.
Yep.
So how did your pack go from a straight bear pack to these, bear dogs and show dogs all in one?
Plot is a pretty versatile dog. I mean, they'll do about anything you ask them to do. So.
Okay.
Yeah, some of them are better at it than others, and there's culls in them, just like there is in every other breed. You just gotta go through them and call the ones out that don't make it, and breed on the ones that does. And
But Nikita kind of started the whole dual purpose plot for our kennel. He got her as a puppy from Jonah Place in Wisconsin, and when I saw her, I was like, "We've got to show her." And so she actually has won Best in Shows and Confirmation. She won champion female at Grand American. She's done a good little bit of winning for us, and we still bear hunt her to this day, and she's 9 years old.
Yeah. I was about to say, I thought she was older.
Yeah.
She's a really good bear dog. I couldn't ask for nothing no better.
Conkey's Outdoors is proud to be a sponsor of Tree Talking Time. Family, hunting, tradition is the Conkey's motto. They understand the importance of passing down the tradition of hound hunting. They are a family-owned business that treats you like family. They also understand the importance of having the gear you need when you need it. Conkey's carries everything for your next hunt, and it ships to your door quick. They also offer great warranties on all tracking systems and financing options. Check them out at conkeys.com. You can also use the code TreeTalkingTime5 in all caps to save as well.
And she'll tree bear by herself. Know for a fact that she'll take a 14-hour-old track, trail it up, and jump it. So, and she's been straight. She minds you like a kid, or better than most kids. Ain't hardly ever got to put a lead on her. She's just been a nice dog to have. And then I had some frozen semen from that gray boy dog I was telling you about.
Okay.
So then I wanted to cross that over onto her, see what I could get out of that, and ended up having a lot of troubles with that. We got her bred, ended up finding out that she had cysts on her ovaries. So she ended up getting pregnant, but she only had 2 pups, so she only got pregnant on one side. And then the vet informed me that probably if she got pregnant at all, that her uterus would flip, and we'd have to have a hysterectomy or a C-section or whatever. So we had to have that.
And Erin was actually our vet.
Erin was the vet, yeah.
She's actually the only vet that we've gotten babies from as far as the semen goes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Big shout out to that whole crew over there. They do an exceptional job. Yeah. They took care of her and got the puppies out as quick as they could. When I got over there, both of them was alive and healthy, and put them right on the female. Took good care of her, and
nice.
Really nice vet's office, and they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we have those 2 buckskin females off of that, and then most of the dogs I'm showing right now are off of Nikita and then Scott and Connie Hogan's Donner dog.
Okay.
So, yeah, we've been pretty lucky with her.
It seems like we're always doing something with them. We're hunting them, bear hunting them, coon hunting them. They swim water races, field trials, bench shows.
Play all the games, huh?
They can do everything. That's what we like, though. We like to be able to enter in everything and do it all. We'd love to do the night hunts, but I don't know if I have the temper for it.
You a little hot-headed?
You know me. Yeah. Yeah. Just a tad.
Just a tad, huh? That's funny.
Yeah.
What else have you got? You guys have shown a lot of dogs, and you've been very successful. So I've seen you guys in Illinois, Ohio. I don't know where else I've seen you guys. I've seen you all over the place.
Mississippi, Batesville, Mississippi.
Go down to Winter Classic.
Yep.
Yeah.
Obviously, you said you went to Grand American. Do you guys usually go there?
Yeah.
Okay.
We actually haven't traveled as much this year because one of our males actually kind of got down after Winter Classic, but he's fine now. But he had a little bout of illness, but we thought we were going to lose him there for a little bit, but he's good to go now, and he actually ended up winning champion male down there at Winter Classic this year, and I'd planned to push him hard, but there's always next year, 2026. Yep. And then Ace, which is off of Nikita and Donner, won the top 10 breed down there, so he took home the $2,000 check, so that was exciting. So we've had a good year. We just haven't traveled as much as normal.
Okay.
Yeah.
How'd you guys do here this weekend?
Honey, our honey dog, she won National Grand Show Champion opposite sex.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that one of your buckskins?
No, she's actually a red brindle female.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like them buckskins.
We do too.
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't take a whole lot of twisting if I had kennel space to to get me to take a buckskin.
Yeah. They're really pretty.
All right, now we need some good bear hunting stories or coon hunting stories.
There was this one time that I was hunting that tiger dog. Just to tell you a little bit, kind of nose and drive he had as well. Mm-hmm. The one of the male pups where I got from Leroy out in Ferdinand. the hickory nuts was hitting really good that year, and it was harvest season again. And we had rented or leased a piece of property that had a lot of hickory trees on it, and it had come a snowfall that night, like a little bit of a thick dusting, like wasn't quite an inch, but everything was covered. Even like the ruffle leaves was covered, but you could kind of see that they was raised just a little bit. So I always free cast my dogs, most time about 4 or 5 at a time.
Okay.
And so I went ahead and turned him loose and headed towards that patch where I knew that was at. And he started smelling around. You could not see a bear track anywhere, but you could tell a little bit under the snow that the leaves was ruffled a little. And that something had been digging. So he got over there and he started smelling around there. He would take his paw and dig in it, move a little further, take his paw and dig in it. And then he started opening. I said, well, he would end up jumping this thing. He kept on and kept on till he ended up jumping that bear. You could not even see a bear track.
That's impressive.
Yeah, and he ended up jumping that and ended up treeing that and harvesting that one. I think that was around 200 pounds.
Okay. What's your average bear size?
That's probably about the average, yeah. My dad taken one, I don't know, it's been 5 or 6 years ago now, that weighed 520.
Nice.
So that was huge for our area.
Yeah.
And I killed one, I don't know, several years before that that weighed 440.
Okay.
Yeah. But they don't come along too often where we at.
For sure.
Yep.
That's more of a southeastern thing.
Yeah, like more towards the coast.
Yep.
Yep. But I'd say 150, 200 pounds, something like that is about average.
Okay.
Yeah, so I ended up breeding that Lily female too. I bred her to Mr. Carr Abel's dog he had called Davy in Charlottesville. And she threw a really nice litter of pups, and that bear I was telling you about weighed 440. He ended up killing that dog.
Okay.
When we ended up getting after him that day, we actually found him in a cornfield. He was laying up in the corn eating. I used Tiger to jump him. He would get up on the corn stalks and lick them until he could get the track going right. It sounds funny, but
yeah, it does.
Yeah, but I've seen them do it. They get whatever they got to do to get the smell of the track. That's what they do. He would get up on the corn stalks and lick it, and he finally ended up jumping it. Him and that male that lost his life that day was the two that brought him out of the corn. And when they crossed the road, one was on each side of him. And we got him on my property over there, and he ended up baying up, and we went in there and took him.
There you go.
So we've had a lot of good hunts, a lot of good times, a lot of good dog work, but that's what makes it worth it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. I think the Tiger dog, he was just different than most I've ever hunted. He trailed good. He really didn't have the speed, and I think he liked it better by himself because he didn't like getting outrun. Okay. Is why he kind of stayed to himself. But then I think it was like 2008 we bought that Gray Boy dog from Jerry Gosnell, and he really added a lot of speed to my pack. Okay. And a lot of grit. So, and didn't take anything away from the nose, and that's what you got to watch out for. A lot. Oh, yeah. You can lose that real quick, and it's really hard to get back. But
no, and I've had people on the podcast that flat out say they don't want a ton of nose because where they live, bear are plentiful, so they don't need a cold-nosed dog.
Yeah, but like where we at, and as late as our season comes in, you better have a nose. It's our season comes in December, and most bear are denned up by then in our area. And if one gets out and moves, you better have a dog that can take that tracker, or you're not going to run nothing that day.
Yep, for sure.
So a lot of people has the benefit of having the season come in earlier, and they can get by with a little lesser nose. I mean, I ain't got the coldest nose dogs by far, but I've been pretty happy with them.
Yeah.
And then that Rusty dog, he was kind of a product of the Gray Boy and the Tiger stuff, so I got the best of both worlds with him, but he didn't live very long. I think 5 years was all he lived, and I don't even think I got a litter of pups out of him.
Okay.
But he was one tough dog. He done good wherever I took him. I hunted him in the mountains of Tennessee and North Carolina. I hunted him at home in Virginia. I hunted him in Michigan and the UP up around Baraga.
Nice.
I hunted him in Douglas County, Wisconsin, up there in the Belden Swamps.
So you took him all over?
And he performed well wherever I took him. So, done really good.
Well, since you've traveled so much and hunted different places, what's your favorite place that you've ever hunted? It wasn't at home.
I'd say Wisconsin.
Okay.
Yep. It wasn't if you was going to run a bear up there that day. It was how many and what size you wanted to run.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good place. Really good place.
Never hunted Wisconsin. I've hunted in the UP.
It's different hunting. It's swampy. It's flat, real thick.
Yep.
But he done really good up there. It's a lot of water, a lot of beaver ponds.
Yeah.
And he done really good up there. I mean, he held that bear by himself till they went in there and took it. And he got cut up a little bit that day, but he didn't quit. So
good.
And then down in Tennessee, he was on this big bear. He was well over 400 pounds, and he was the only dog that was on it from start to finish. So.
That's really satisfying.
It is. Yeah.
You take your dog somewhere else, and he just out performs everything else.
Yeah.
It's very satisfying.
Yeah, it's what we strive for. I mean, we don't always get it.
Yeah.
But I did with him and with Gray Boy and with Tiger. And I had several others, too, a couple of females done really good for me.
Yeah.
But I like the ones that you can load up in the back of the truck. You can have confidence in them. When you put them down, they're going to get you something going. And you ain't got to worry about them quitting it and getting outrun and all this kind of stuff. But
yeah.
I don't think we don't like them getting outrun, and they don't like to be outrun. They're very competitive.
You like that dog you water race.
He's very.
You've
seen him.
I don't
water
think
race.
he's lost a water race, has he?
If he has, I don't. I'm not going to say he's undefeated, but he's. If he's lost, it hasn't been recent.
Okay.
And you can tell, like when a dog gets up close to him while he's swimming. I mean, he just kicks it. I mean, they don't like losing, which I reckon they're like us.
That's why they work so well for you, huh?
Yeah. Yep.
They're like their owners.
So, anything else?
I think that's about it.
Well, I really appreciate you guys sitting down with me here at Autumn Oaks. It's
yes, sir.
a beautiful evening, that's for sure.
And we always love coming out here. Yeah. It's like a vacation for us. And usually rent a camper and golf cart and spend 4 or 5 days and see a lot of friends and stuff and visit with them. And,
for sure.
And this year it's been really nice because the weather was a whole lot better than last year.
I asked a whole bunch of people, and there's going to be a video that comes out, and I think the number one thing that is said is, this year is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
Everybody has said that.
Yeah. Been a little cold at night, but otherwise.
I don't think there's been too much complaining of cold.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Because you can bundle up.
Exactly.
I know when we left home, it was pretty warm. I mean, it was hot, really. And to get out here and then feel this, that's really nice.
Yeah, for sure. Have you had your dogs out so far yet?
Yeah. Yep, we've been doing really good.
Good.
I think so far we're up to 23 trees.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good deal.
I try to keep account of it, and I keep account of what dogs I take.
Yeah.
You know, every time I go, do like a progress report. And
We're currently hunting Nikita's daughter, Nikita's granddaughter, and then a male we got from Justin Gurley, Sully.
Yeah, we're hunting 4 dogs.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't have a second pack.
Gotcha.
And they go almost every day.
Nice.
They're in shape.
Yep. Very nice. Well, good luck this season.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.
You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Tree Talking Media. And until next time, keep 'em talking in the timber.